Okay, so for today's adventure, I'm going to be riding my fat bike out to Eklutna Lake, the Serenity Falls cabin in particular at Eklutna Lake. That's about 13 miles from the parking lot of Eklutna Lake into the Chugach National Park. No, into the Chugach. Is it not a national park? It's a forest. So anyways, this is my fat bike setup. I'm riding my spare fat bike, which works. It's aluminum frame. My other bike is currently in the shop, but that's okay because this one has gotten me through a full season and it's just as good. And for supplies, let's see what we got here. I've got a cargo sled. A lot of the stuff is going to go on the bike. I'm going to start over. Nah. But I'm not really sure how I'm going to stay warm because I didn't bring firewood. So I packed a buddy heater in the event that I can't get firewood, which I do have a saw to get firewood, but I've never done this before, so just giving it a shot. All right, so here we go up the road. Hopefully it's not too icy. No guarantees, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm here at the parking lot. It's a little slick. Definitely slid a little tiny bit, but not that bad. So I guess I'm gonna get the bike ready and get going. Well, my sled. Whoops. So I was really fortunate that my sled actually fit in the back of my car. Not comfortable, but put it right in, so that made it super easy for me. Get my bike helmet. Where did I put my bike helmet? Let's hope I brought it. There it is. This will make it much easier for me to carry the camera around. Let's get the bike off. A little colder than I thought it was going to be. That's okay. I think I got enough cold gear. Speaker just for funsies, because I am a 10-year-old at heart and I like listening to music while I ride sometimes. My wife got me this little JBL speaker for Christmas one year. and this nice little strap on for bikes and other things. What works really, really well actually. I used this last time I went to Resurrection Pass just to make sure that like any bears could hear me well before I got closer to them. All right, and then this is my mattress that I'll sleep on. Let's see, I like to strap it to my bike. Make it easy. The goal is to obviously be able to do a trip like this without a cargo sled, but again, because this is my first time out at Serenity and first time in general, like doing a winter camping trip on the bike. So bikepacking trip. I'm just gonna play it safe, I guess, until I figure out how to do it a little bit smarter and lighter. Perfect. That ain't going nowhere. What all the dads say. Hands are getting cold though. I don't like cold hands. Okay. Toe covers. And the cargo sled. That was easy. The hard part is getting that bag situated on that bike. I need a better bag system. Bring my slippers for coziness. And again, if I was doing true bike packing, all this junk wouldn't be there. It would just be the bike. Here's what it is though. This is the fun part. I do it fast enough that my hands don't get cold. And that's not going to happen though. Of course not. All right, look at that. We are good to go. The cargo sled, any extra supplies I might need. Again, I'd like to go without this next time. Just a little bit of wood just to start some things. Buddy heater, just in case I can't get firewood. I'll attach to my fat bike. Luggable. So, Eklutna Lake, it's gorgeous. Freaking beautiful right now. When this thing freezes, it is amazing. Sled's pulling like a dream. Really, it's not that bad at all. And the trails are really good actually. So I'm just gonna film for a little bit and then stop filming. I'll probably chat some. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see what battery I got. 62%. Battery's getting drained pretty fast, so suspect the cold has a lot to do with that. Not shocked. Last time I tried to ride winter with the GoPro died within like 5 minutes. So I got an extra battery pack I need to charge the GoPro, but for now I'll just preserve energy and not film the whole thing, just film bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, to Serenity Falls we go. Trails aren't bad. I guess I'm going pretty decent speed. Probably 4 miles an hour, not near as fast as I'd like to go, but I'm not surprised. I'd be going a lot slower if I had a lot of wood in my cargo sled. But like I said, my goal is to try and, I guess, cut down my own wood. I've got a silky saw that I'm going to be using. It's pretty lightweight. I don't know if it's a backpacking saw, but hand saw for cutting down trees and stuff on the trail. So hopefully the wood's dry enough that I can use my silky saw to keep myself warm tonight. It's beautiful. This is full warning. I'm probably gonna say it's beautiful like 100 times today, so try to catch myself when I do, but no guarantees. I'm gonna work up quite a heat with this cargo sled. Behind me, I just pretty light. Not wearing a jacket. Wearing just regular mountain bike shoes with some foot covers. No pogies. I think I'll be okay though. I think I'm gonna sweat enough. See what the sled does on this hill. Might trip me up. Oh, I don't lose any cargo. Kind of expecting the sled to fly down the hill and hit my rear tire and not do that. Great. Got to be faster than a sled, you know? Make sure I didn't lose any cargo. Let's see. It's all there. Yep. This is like bike glamping in all reality. Most of the time you just have a larger cargo system in the back and you can fit everything on your bike. So yeah, but again, I'm not sure how difficult it is going to be to stay warm out there. I guess how difficult it's going to be to get dry firewood is my question. Oh, lots of overflow on the last 2 miles of the trail, making it really slow going. Also got my feet wet at the first one, thinking I could ride over it. Didn't happen. Luckily I got some socks and I overpacked. That's good. The last couple miles were great, and then all of a sudden started hitting this overflow. It really makes things slow. So I have to get off and push. I already see there's another puddle up ahead. Basically, I get on, ride for a while, and then get off, push to avoid the overflow. Ugh, not fun.
Something's been eating out here. Looks like a dead snow hare. I see a raven over there. Probably leftovers from, I don't know, maybe a wolf kill or something. But see no sign of predators, and well, there's a sign right there. So yeah, it's a good thing I got my safety items on me. So
okay, so I finally made it to the cabin at about, it's kind of creepy because it's dark outside right now, and my lantern that I was going to use isn't working, so I have to use my flashlight. It's about 5:30. I made it to the cabin. Wasn't too bad. That means it was a 5.5 hour bike ride. But because the snow was so deep and poorly packed down, it just took a long time, which wasn't my worst excursion. So, but this is a great cabin. I love this. Maybe I'll do another video in the morning. What I like about it is nice big wood burning stove, obviously for a big wood burning cabin. I love this deal here. So it's probably hard to see, but it's right above the stove. So I did get my feet wet in some overflow and had to quickly change my shoes and put these boots on. Should have had gaiters. So the problem on my end. I know overflow is a problem and commonly people fall into it and all this jazz, and I did. But luckily I had some extra boots and did overpack, and so I was able to change my shoes real quick to finish the ride. So in the future I'll get some gaiters. But yeah, this is great. So hopefully my shoes dry out and my other socks dry out, but I have extras if I need them. Windows like everywhere. So I'll do another video tomorrow morning. Just to like go over the cabin, the Serenity Falls cabin. This is such a cool cabin, just so big. So yeah, I'm about to go cut some firewood so I can keep the fire going throughout the night. I got this really cool silky saw. Maybe I'll show it better in the morning, but let's see. Like I said, I brought a buddy heater and all this extra gear because I wasn't sure if this silky saw was going to do it, but this thing packs really well in my bike handlebar bag. So, in the future, if I need to do this again, hopefully I can drop this large cargo sled and just bring this out with me. So I can cut wood, which I'm about to try and do right now. The only thing is I've never really cut wood in the wintertime when it's covered in snow. I know that it's pretty much dry. I don't know how dry, so I guess we'll find out. Lots of bunk beds. There's me. Lots of bunk beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in this room. I think it sleeps 13. Pretty big bench here. And then, yeah, you could probably get 3 more people out here if you need to. You could get a ton of people in here, honestly. All right, yeah. So I'm about to cut some wood, cook dinner, and enjoy the rest of the evening. All right, so boiling snow for water. I brought plenty of water to get me here and back, but I also brought some flour. If I have enough extra bread, I brought some flour that I was hoping to make, enough extra water. I got some flour that I was hoping to make some bread out of. So I'm boiling water out of snow just to have that as a backup. Turns out you need a lot of snow to get a cup of water. And there's particles in it, which I'm trying to avoid. Okay, so I'm kind of settled in right now, and my biggest goal is to get some firewood. Um, but in short, you know, I'm boiling water to replenish my waters. I've got my clothes drying up there. I've got a fire going right there. And then I've got butter melting here for whenever I'm ready to cook dinner, which should be soon. Over here, I mixed some flour and water together, and I'm putting it next to flour, water, and yeast. I'm putting it next to this buddy heater, hoping it'll possibly cause it to rise, and then maybe I'll bake it. Or if I don't bake it, I'll just put it in the pan and make little tiny loaves out of it. And then I've got my fresh caught rockfish right here that I'm gonna cook in that pan of butter. I'm glad I overpacked, that's for sure. But I will say that oh, my water's boiling. That I could very much. It's very likely I'm going to run out of firewood tonight. So I did bring that buddy heater, and hopefully that helps. I'm going to let this settle so all the sediment goes at the bottom, and then I'll come back and put it here in my live straw and then cook dinner, I think. But yeah, so right now I'm in pursuit of some firewood, because if I don't have firewood, then that's going to be a bummer, and it's going to be pretty cold. But yeah. Okay, so I guess in the Chugach National Forest or State Park, you can't fell trees for firewood. That's pretty much everywhere in the United States. But here is a tree that looks like it has fallen on its own. So I think my goal is this is the tree that's going to keep me warm all night. I don't know, you know, it's covered in snow. Here's a log here. I don't know if it's going to work, but you know, you got to give it a shot. So that's what I'm going to do. Here. Let's give this silky saw a try. Okay. Oof. It's old Devil's Club, and it's still sharp. Do not touch that. All right. Pretty good so far. No complaints. Lightweight. Cutting pretty fast. There we go. I am stoked. There's one limb to keep me warm. There's at least one more there, and there's a whole tree down there, so hopefully this works out. This is the log that's going to keep me warm all night. So this is the one I want. There's another one right there. But what I want to see is if this silky saw is enough. So far, so good. Again, this fit into my handlebar roll, so I won't need that cargo sled in the future if this works. So far, so good.
guarantee I can use the weight of the tree itself to break itself. Yeah, there you go. Whew, that's the one. It's dry, it's dead. You can tell it's dry because it's light. That's pretty light too. This is the one that's gonna keep me warm, I think. And then, chop that up with the silky saw. I think I can actually focus on eating dinner because I'll know I'll have enough wood for the night. Let's see what happens. All right, cut quite a bit, so let's see if we can't get these pieces of wood in the fire and get the fire roaring so that I can keep working on the rest of that log so that I know I'll have fire throughout the night. That would be a dream. Dream come true. Okay. I know these are dry too because they break so easy. Okay, not that one. Clearly not that one at all. Come on, there we go. There are 2 other logs in here that I found from a dead tree. And they're burning, so that's amazing. I was gonna be upset if they didn't catch fire, but we'll see what happens throughout the night. They're not like flaming. It does concern me a little bit, but yeah. Let me just move it around. Okay, so morning has come once again, and looks like, I don't know where I put my watch, 8:45 in the morning, 8:26, it's 20 minutes off. I'm boiling water so I can make some hot chocolate. But man, let me tell you, this cabin, I'm boiling water, I'll get to that in a second. I'm boiling water so I can replenish my water because I went through quite a bit last night. But also so I can make some hot chocolate and clean some of my pans and things like that. Hold on, let me put this. Oops. Just get my helmet on because it's easier to hold this thing. So the night was pretty decent. Stayed warm. Woke up, it's no surprise here. Woke up several times just to put some firewood in the fire so I could stay warm. I will say that that piece of wood that I found last night definitely did the trick. And actually, this is the last bit of it. That massive log I had, I woke up several times just to chop it up more and throw it into the fire. But I'm glad I found that log. I'm glad I had my silky saw because without the silky saw, I couldn't cut it into smaller pieces. Without that, I couldn't chop it with the wood splitter. Without the wood splitter though, you can't really bike pack with a wood splitter. Without that, I couldn't have done it. So, man, look at these mountains though. They look freaking cold. It's been a quiet night. So yeah, it's a combination of using this maul, which was left here, and then the silky saw here. Worked really well, actually. Kind of Glad I brought it. Glad I had it. I needed both of those things. So I'm gonna boil just a little bit more water. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go use the restroom and then I'm gonna boil the water. All right, leaving the cabin. It's 10 o'clock. It took me a while to pack. The waffles were horrible, or the pancake, and the bread was pretty much just as bad, but I got food and I got hot chocolate. The hot chocolate's what kind of saved me in the end. And I got plenty of boiled water too, so should be ready to hit the trail, and hopefully it's a nice smooth ride back. So yeah, this is Serenity Falls too in the daylight, since you couldn't see it at nighttime. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That probably sleeps 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beds. And I guess, well, here's another one that sleeps 2 as well. So it's like a total of 12 beds. But you know, get a lot of people in here, honestly. So yeah, I got the sled packed up. Last night I lost this tiny little piece that connects my sled to my bike, so I'm just gonna have to tie my sled to my bike now. Dropped it in the snow. Probably will never find it for the life of me. So. See how we're gonna do this. Generally, it's good thing I got plenty of rope. Little metal piece attaches right here, and I secure it like that. But if only I had a carabiner. Or 3. Should work. Worst case scenario, they bend. I just have to unravel that rope and tie it to the bike. All right. See you later, Serenity Falls. All right. Getting close to my vehicle. We got about a mile left. Just heard 2 snow machines or 2 4-wheelers go by. But yeah, it was a fun trip. I enjoyed it. All right, made it back. Oh. Snagged the, that's not surprising. Made it through last time. I already got off the bike anyways. Let's see, it took about 4 hours to return on bike. It's faster than yesterday. Yesterday was about 5 to 5.5 hours. The snow is a lot less packed than today. Yeah, I kind of felt like there was a lot more downhill today, but honestly, the conditions of the trails make a world of a difference. All right, let's make sure my keys are still here and pack up. See, I made this look easy last time. Probably gonna mess this all up. Plus, it's icy on the ground. There we go. No problemo. Get my handlebar roll unbuckled. My light. My gloves. Toss that bad boy in here. And I get to do all the unpacking when I get home. nice light. It's super well powered. It's not the sexiest. Design Macro Dry, 1400 lumens. Not the sexiest, does great in the cold. I noticed a lot of people had them in Alaska here, whereas I had the fancy Trek Bontrager light that pairs to my computer. Turns out it doesn't last near as long as those bulky lights that I just showed you. So, shut that better. All right, that's that. That was a good time. Much better than my last trip, Resurrection Pass. I should probably take my helmet off at some point. But much better than Resurrection Pass. A lot less things went wrong. The tire pressure, once I released some tire pressure on my bike, I was going through the thicker snow much easier. Probably brought it down to like 3 PSI. But then I had that false alarm where I thought the tire had a puncture. It turns out it held air just fine, just needed more air. Yeah, so that was cool.